Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another video of Time Out Cricket Podcast. Along with me, Vishwajay Kumar Das, and as you can see, the T-shirt.
And the smile on my face.
Yes, and even smile on my face. KKR,
Our home team.
KKR. Yeah, Korbo,
Korbo,
Lorbo,
Korbo,
Jitbo.
Jitpore. Yes,
Right.
our home team.
It is our home team. We are absolutely crazy about this team since 2008. But again, if you look into the current performances, it might not be in our side, obviously. We are pretty disappointed with the last season. We felt that there is some glimmer of hope that we are going to the playoffs, but we didn't eventually. And also, another heartbreak was 2018 when we were just this close of the finals and we didn't make. So if I look into this, Bishwajay, I want to ask you this question. If I look into the KKR squad, Kolkata Knight Riders, don't you think that despite being having a very good team on paper, we are faltering somewhere here and there?
Yes, Ovi, first of all, what you said initially, back to back 2 years, 19 and 20, we were so close, we lost on net run rate. If you remember both the occasions, the balls were in our court.
Right,
We had our fate on our own hand.
right.
2019, we just had to win against Mumbai Indians the last match. And
Yes,
we were through. We lost that, SRH went through. 2020, we had to win against RR, I guess a certain number of runs were there, if I'm correct. We knew the equation, we faltered. Again, the gaining party was none other than SRH. SRH has the same equation which we had a year before. SRH had to defeat Mumbai and RCB, I guess, and SRH defeated Mumbai and they went through the next round. So we can't complain that we didn't have luck on our side. We had to cross the hurdles on our own. Yes, now coming to your point, you are asking me, see, KKR has a brilliant team, no doubt. If you look, they have all the bases covered. So it is a brilliant team. Only thing is that I feel somewhere or the other, the man management, the team synergy, and also at times there is some disconnect with the management and the team on the ground. So we are losing games. You know, who is defeating KKR? KKR themselves are defeating themselves. I guess so. Because last season, you know, both of us were so disgusted, displeased, and angry that every day the batting order was changing. Someday, if you see Nitish Rana was opening, someday Rahul Tripathi was opening, Gill was the only factor, constant factor. We DK the finisher was playing in number three, number four. He was not able to connect the balls, but when he was playing as a finisher, he was connecting them. Well, Owen Morgan, your best batsman, he was batting too low per se. So
right.
yes, we had the strategies wrong, but finger crossed. This year we have learned from those mistakes, hopefully, and we can rectify them.
But again, talking about the synergy you were talking about, but the one thing I noticed last season was Brendan McCullum. I didn't feel any zing factor from Brendan McCullum because he was sitting there, he was writing stuff throughout the tournament. I don't know what he was writing, and but the whatever notes he were taking, it was not reflecting on field in the very next match. Like gambling, Dinesh Karthik on the top order sometimes at the below. And again, every match we don't have a fixed top order. Every match we are seeing the change. And the most disheartening part was the bowlers, and that has been an Achilles heel for KKR because apart from Pat Cummins, none of the pace bowlers were at the level of Pat Cummins, to be very honest, because Pat Cummins, we know we bought them. I think KKR bought them for him for around
15.5.
15.5 crore, right?
15.5.
And so he's a world class bowler, a number one test bowler, but he bowled very well as well. If I'm saying him a number one test bowler, but he bowled excellent. But nobody echoed the same thing. Nobody came up with him shoulder to shoulder. Kamlesh Nagakoti was there, and Krishna was there.
Shivam Mavi,
Shivam Mavi was there.
Sandeep
But
Warrior, names are there.
Sandeep Warrior played only one match, so I don't want to count him because he played only one match. There's the first match, and then he didn't play, so I don't want to count him. I have a personal liking for Warrior because he's a very good bowler. He has bowled well in the domestic circuit. But keeping all those things aside, don't you think this Achilles heel, the bowling department needs to be revamped?
You know, another thing hit us hard last time, the loss in form of Kuldeep Yadav
Exactly.
and Andre
Big
Russell
time.
not
Big
bowling
time. Big
and
time.
Andre Russell not bowling.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Ovik, just to reiterate what you are saying, KKR were worst in the power play while fielding. They were unable to pick top wickets. Everything was lying there on the shoulder of Pat Cummins, but he has only 4 overs. So I felt, again, there are positives. Varun Chakravarti, the biggest of them. There are positives. But if you say, barring Pat Cummins, our pace bowling battery disappointed. Our spin, we were heavily dependent on Chakravarti again. Loss in form of Kuldeep Yadav was a big hit on a gut.
And
So
another point is Sunil Narine. Sunil Narine never looked comfortable. Again, he was like caught off guard with his bowling action against Kings 11 Punjab in that vital over, which is that one inch short of six of Glenn Maxwell. And after that, he was not same anymore. He was trying to do a different kind of that backhand bowling kind of action. Didn't work out. As a batsman, he was almost a floater, going up, coming down. Again, things were not working. Don't you think too much of experiment with the format killed us last season?
oh, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. Too much of experiment with the batting lineup had, dented our chance for going to the playoffs. Coming to your point on Sunil Narine, Abhi, we have to be realistic. With the change in action, Sunil Narine with that, all the rules and all, he is not the same bowler anymore.
Right, right,
We fans of KKR have an emotional connect with Narine because from the time I guess 2012 when he came into a team, he was a key bowler. But again, we need to understand same thing happening with MS Dhoni. Okay, so change in action of Sunil Narine has somehow hampered his wicket taking ability.
okay,
Last season, I thought Narine was being played more of a batsman bowler than a bowler who can bat.
right.
So that tainted us. Yes, okay, please.
Yeah, I just want to add one point. That is, Sunil Narine is unable to bowl his off break. Now, this is the dampener. A off break bowler is not allowed to bowl his off break. So that doesn't make sense at all. What he's going to bowl, anyways? Dusra, he's not a Dusra kind of bowler because he's a very front. He always comes in the front ways. Delivery style is very front facing. So you cannot bowl Dusra. For Dusra, you have to bend yourself. You have to twist your arm
another
or
another
twist your
thing
wrist.
another thing with all this, with all the confusion, with all the controversies behind the bowling action, I feel somehow his faster ball, his the faster ball was a wicket taking ball that
Right.
somehow got hit, that somehow disappeared. So to be very realistic, to be very honest, if you take emotions out of this discussion, Sunil Narine, we need to use his experience more. Unfortunately, if it is not a spin conducive wicket, I guess he will go for runs.
And the negative point is if two KKR fans sit down together and start discussing, it will be a big long discussion again, going on again and again, same thing. So let's come back to our segments.
Yes.
The segment number one, key players. So whom do you choose for the key players this season of IPL?
Yeah, Ovi, we
Uh,
this season in IPL, like rather last season, I thought KKR made a fantastic purchase,
right.
getting the best white ball captain, Owen Morgan, at a bargain rate. I guess somewhere around 5 crore, if
Right.
I'm correct. They made the best. They purchased the best white ball captain who is a excellent timer of the ball,
Right.
innovative player.
Right.
He is my first key player, and I sincerely hope he bats at number 4, the position where he bats for the English cricket team. Now, you cannot make Owen Morgan play in number 6. It makes no sense. It is like playing Virat Kohli at number 6 or 7.
Right.
He is the best batsman. He should bat top of the order. He bats at number 4 for the best batting side currently in the white ball cricket. So I feel he should bat at number 4. Owen Morgan, Shubman Gill. Again, the next best thing of Indian cricket. Last season, I thought he was hampered also by the inconsistency in his partners. He used to turn up for a match, boom, one day Nitish Rana, another day Rahul Tripathi. I guess Sunil Naren was there one day. People were being constant and constantly being changed. And I felt somewhere or the other last season, his strike rate was one of the point of concern. He was, I guess, he was more thinking of controlling the innings. So Shubman Gill again, he's a prolific batsman. Third is again our bowling spearhead, Pat Cummins.
Right.
Goes without saying. Goes without saying. And with the grounds where KKR are playing, this season he has a bigger role to play.
Last season, I remember the first time he bowled, he came out of the quarantine and then he immediately hit the field, which hampered him because I remember he gave away too much of runs against
I
Mumbai
guess
Indians.
Jasprit Bumrah took him for a lot of runs.
I don't remember exactly, but I remember his line and length was
Oh,
absolutely
sorry, no,
cut.
it's the other way around. Sorry, Pat Cummins hit Jasprit Bumrah.
Right.
Sorry, my mistake. Yeah.
So
Oh,
Pat Cummins and people started saying, oh, 15.5 crore gone. Why we are wasting so much money on him? And the very next match, he showed his prowess. He showed why he is 15.5 crore worth. Now, this season, with the grounds, as you said, just a small one liner, how important he's going to be.
KKR are playing 11 out of 14 matches in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Bangalore.
Right.
All these three grounds are nightmares for spinners, and pace and bounce can play a huge role. So if you ask me, he needs to be that enforcer on the top, bowling the 2 overs or 3 overs, maybe if KKR can find another, backup for him. So which we will discuss later, and he has to bowl one in the middle. I don't see towards him as a death bowler.
Okay, so moving on, as we are done with the key players, to our next segment, that is the X Factor. So, will be your X Factors this season?
Obi, before I name the X Factor, just a small anecdote. My first X Factor, like he's the X Factor for the entire IPL, I guess. Andre Russell. If you remember I guess in the Delhi video, I just started discussing this thing. GG in the auction, while it goes, Andre Russell played for Delhi Daredevils. He hardly got any games and he didn't create that impact.
Right.
So GG, I guess, told the KKR management, Venki Mysore and all, that why don't you buy a backup all-rounder in Andre Russell? You can get him for a bargain at 50 lakhs or something. They purchased him. I guess first season he didn't have that.
2014 he didn't play.
2014 he didn't play. But after that, I guess he won some unwinnable matches for us.
Exactly.
Unwinnable matches.
Unwinnable, right? Absolutely.
Last season, again, KKR hampered their chances going to the playoff because of loss of form of Andre Russell, the batsman. Andre Russell, the batsman, was unable to connect the ball. And it can happen. It can happen with any player.
Also, you have to add his injury. He had a second and third grade hamstring tear. So he was out for like almost 4 or 5 matches, I believe. 4 matches, I think.
Andre Russell last season played 10 matches. Right. So he was out for 4 matches. Yes, he was out for 4 matches. So this is what I'm saying. Andre Russell, and also the 10 matches which he played, his form was not there. 182 is his strike rate. And also, not to forget, he is a very good death bowler. He is a very good death bowler. You need Andre Russell to bowl 3 overs in death to complement Pat Cummins at the top.
Right.
And we need Andre Russell, the Hulk, the smasher. So I guess Andre Russell and DK should be a finisher. Anyways, coming to my next X factor,
Yes.
a player I didn't even think that he will make a impact last season. And that player was, he got a chance in the Indian team. Unfortunately, because of fitness issue, he was not part. He was not part of the Indian squad. Varun Chakravarti. He reminded me of Sunil Narine of the initial phase.
Exactly.
He
Right.
reminded me.
Right.
If you remember that match against this DC in UAE, where he took 5 wickets, if I'm correct, and none of the DC, and DC has the best Indian batting contingent. Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, these are some excellent player of spin bowling with Prithvi Shaw. So DC players couldn't even read him. And last season, that bamboozling of MS Dhoni. I
Yeah.
guess 2 times he clean
Two
bowled him.
times. 2 times. Right.
2 times. Yes. So Varun Chakravarti again, same thing which I told for Rahul Tewatia. I hope last season was not a fluke. So this season he will have a bigger litmus test. He
Right.
needs to redo what he did last season to re-perform again in that level. Because now last season he didn't have expectations. This season he will have a loads of expectation. And the first 3 grounds he's playing in Chennai, which will aid him and can help him with his confidence.
Yeah. Even he's a local guy, so definitely Chipok
Absolutely.
will be a very friendly pitch for him. And moving on to the next part, that is the players to look out for this season.
Bhuvik, I couldn't believe one thing. How did KKR get Shakibul Hassan at that price of somewhere around 2 to 3 crore? I
Yeah,
guess, I guess,
I want to add in this. The question I want to add in this. You know, in the Punjab video, we were discussing the same thing. Like the team managements are
I guess,
not looking into the performance or the past performance of the player, rather they're looking from the business point of view. And that is the reason why Chris Morris got so much hype. Chris Morris got so much price, and player like Shakib Al Hassan didn't get, like, he got I think 3.5 crore, right? I think he is a worth of 10 crore player. Definitely 10 crore.
if you ask me, he is worth more than Chris Morris, period.
Exactly.
Period. Anyways, so coming back to our discussion,
Right.
Shakib is your key player. When I look into that middle order, Shakib is your key player. He is a prolific all-rounder, might be one of the best with Ben Stokes. KKR needs to utilize him at best. My second player to look out for, I don't know whether that player will get too many games or not, but he's an excellent hitter. And I really follow his game when I follow New Zealand cricket. Tim Seifert,
Team
wicket-keeper batsman, very good clean hitter of the ball. So I follow his game, but I don't know this season whether he will get a lot of games or not. But if he gets that, he might create some impact.
Team Seifert is very famous for his that scoop shot, like what Brendan McCullum used to play. So yeah, definitely Team Seifert. Even I am looking forward to him because he has a very good like he's just start playing and he has a very good record even in the domestic section, say domestic part of the New Zealand cricket as well. So now let me ask you few questions before we move on to our probable 11. We're going to finish up
Yes.
because definitely it's our home team and we are discussing a lot about it. We are too much excited. So, question number 1, Harbhajan Singh, what role he's going to play?
KKR's big worry this season is the spin department with the loss in form of Kuldeep Yadav. If Kuldeep Yadav was in his prime with his top form, giving you 4 for 20, 3 for 20, something like that, I don't think Harbhajan Singh would have been picked. I guess KKR picked Harbhajan Singh to complement someone like Varun Chakravarti because he has experience. Harbhajan Singh has a lot of experience more than on field. He can contribute off field with the players. KKR, somewhere I guess the management is thinking, what if Varun Chakravarti doesn't perform to that level last year? Then we are doomed with the spin department.
I think the same goes with Ben Cutting. I think he's a backup plan for Andre Russell. If Andre Russell is not able to click, or rather, if anything, if any kind of injury happens to him, because we know that his injury thing is a very common, and he gets injured here, there. I don't know how does that happens.
Ben Cutting is an excellent buy by KKR. The
Excellent,
reason
right?
why I'm saying this is that he is a clean striker of the ball. He hits long sixes. If you remember that game against RCB in the final, he
Yeah, right.
single-handedly won
He
that game.
single-handedly won that game. Right, right, right. I
That's what
remember.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Ben Cutting is an excellent buy by KKR. Only thing is that I guess he is mainly bought as a backup for Andre Russell. KKR might even play Andre Russell and Ben Cutting together.
And another thing is, just to add with this, that Ben Cutting had an excellent BBL this season. He performed very well in BBL. So that is another thing they have taken. They have a key point they have taken out. So now probable 11. We have extended our video. Normally we finish up by 20 minutes. We have extended our video to a long one. So probable 11.
KKR team has more of all the bases covered. Only thing is there is the top order. The reason why I'm saying last season KKR didn't have that hammer and tong player in the top who can go and give you 3 overs 45 for 0, 4 overs 50 for 0, like most of the team have. And they have let go of Chris Lynn. Again, that was a big miss, I guess. Anyways,
Right, exactly.
so I
I,
guess KKR.
before
Yeah,
you move on with the probable 11, I want to give you my probable 11. This time, change. Little
sure,
bit
please,
change.
please.
I request you this one,
Sure,
please.
please.
Okay. Okay. This time, KKR, I think they will start off with Shubman Gill, obviously, on the top. And with my pick will be Rahul Tripathi. Okay. Number three will be Nitish Rana, maybe. Number four, Owen Morgan. As you said, number four is very important. Number five, Andre Russell. Or I will say Andre Russell can go down because Shakib can come up. Number six, Shakib. Number seven, DK, obviously. Number eight, Pat Cummins. Number nine, I will go with Varun Chakravarti, obviously. Number 10, I have two spinners already, so I will go with another pacer, Kamlesh Nagarkot. I will go with Shivam Mavi. I think Shivam Mavi is much more considered than Kamlesh Nagarkoti is. Shivam Mavi. And number 11. This is one point. This is the part, number 11. I am a little bit doubtful of whether I'm going to play one extra batsman, like somebody like anyone of that caliber, or should I go with Kuldeep Yadav? So this is only one point I'm confused with. Please help me out in this case.
Ovik, I will tell you one thing. Don't let go of Kuldeep Yadav. He is a talented bowler. He
Exactly,
has a
and
lot
even
of
my
he has
favorite.
a he has a lot of clouds in his mind right now. You don't throw your horse which will win you a race. He has 2 hat-tricks in international cricket. So don't let go of Kuldeep Yadav because of a loss of form.
Right.
KKR are playing 3 matches in Chennai. I would say put Kuldeep in your team, let him have a go, because if he gains that confidence and if he is back into his rhythm, he can be a match winner for you. So I will go with my playing 11, and
Okay.
my playing 11 I will start off with Gill and Nitish Rana. The
Okay.
reason is that I want Nitish Rana to play the role of the enforcer. Even if he goes out for 10, 0, 5, no harm. And he's an excellent player of spin bowling. Gill, Nitish Rana. Number 3, for controlling that middle order, Shakib. He is in prime form. 4, Morgan, no questions. Number 5, Andre Russell. Number 6, Dinesh Karthik. Now here I would like to put one point. Please play Dinesh Karthik as a finisher. He plays best when he has 15-20 balls in front of him and he has no cloud in his judgment what he needs to do. He just has to go and tong. That
Right.
is when he is at his best. He is innovative player. Dinesh Karthik number 6, Pat Cummins. Then I will go with Shivam Mavi, my pacer. Varun Chakravarti. I will play one more pacer. If the match is in Chennai, I will play one extra spinner. Might be in the form of Harbhajan Singh. Or if the matches are in other places, I will play one more pacer, and I would like to invest on Kamlesh Nagarkoti because he has all the capabilities of being an all-rounder. Followed by Varun Chakravarti and finishing off with Kuldeep Yadav.
Okay, our template almost matches except the few. Okay, so finishing, before I finish off, few questions again. Question number 1. What do you think of, like, make it short? What do you think of Prashid Krishna? Good, bad, maybe? I didn't see anything best out of him.
I
So,
will tell you one thing. Prashid Krishna is like Mohammad Siraj. He has pace, bounce, can trouble the batsman, but in red ball cricket. One thing everyone needs to understand, certain bowlers are made for red ball cricket. And we saw that in the ODI also. Prashid Krishna, if he goes for 4 overs, 60 runs, 3 wickets, he might not create that impact which he can create with 4 overs, 16 runs, 1 wicket. I feel so in T20. So Prashid Krishna is a good talent for India for
right.
the white ball cricket, I guess so.
Okay. For the red ball cricket.
Sorry, my mistake, for red ball cricket.
Red ball cricket.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. This is question number 2 will be, do you think that it's kind of little fancy kind of question. Do you think that KKR can follow the 2011 template of opening with Owen Morgan?
No, not at all. Don't experiment with your tried and tested number 4. Don't fix which is not broken. So Owen Morgan is best in controlling the middle order, and if he gets set to play as a finisher. For opening, I guess if you want, you can bring in Shakib as an opener.
Okay.
Or also, one, I can tell you, certain matches, if you see Shakib is not performing that much or Andre Russell have injury issue, play Ben Cutty as an opener.
So it was a huge discussion. So I think and I do understand. We, again, as I said, this is a kind of a statutory warning that we too KKR fans are so crazy about the team that this conversation will go endless. So we have to end it anyways for our audience. So if you liked our content, if you
Before
have,
we end it again, my favorite question:
oh, I forgot. You
where
can
where
understand the
no, I am
excitement.
saying,
Yeah, right.
I guess we both are not in a right person to answer where should KKR finish this year, because we both
I
want
think we'll be a
KKR
little
to
bit
be the
biased.
champion. We want KKR to be the champion. But if I take out the KKR fan outside, from inside me to out,
And be the
I
podcaster we are.
yeah,
So
be the podcaster we are. I feel KKR might be fourth this year because Sunrisers might again pick them up. I guess so.
I also feel the same. I think 3 or 4 is the position I'm looking forward to. But again, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I don't know my cake. I'm not able to take out that KKR thing out of me, so I am keeping my fingers crossed to see
Let's
them
hope.
in second
Okay.
or first position. But now, logically saying, number 4 is what I'm looking into. Fine. So this is a huge discussion, as I said again and again. Hope you have liked our content. And if you really loved our content, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and please hit that notification bell. Otherwise, you are not going to get our regular video updates. With this, two KKR fans saying goodbye to all of you, and we are going to meet you on the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.